Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday, and happy birthday to ATS. 3 years since ATS release. Well, almost. I think officially that's tomorrow or maybe in 2 days for some of you. Silver Bowl, 6 months. Congrats on the silver badge. Finally. Looks perfect on you, man. GG. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining, everybody. We have Da joining. He's the first one. Scotsman is suspiciously missing, as Alex said. Hey Alex. Evan, how are you doing? And Blue Eyed Tom, thanks for coming back. Yeah, Thursday night for US folks. So I guess, when was the release actually? Feb 2, I think, right? So Saturday. Man, time flies. Are you guys going to watch the ATS stream? I think that's something... What? I can't remember the time. Around 6 p.m. CET? I will for sure be sleeping by then, but I'll catch up. What did I do? I dragged something. I think my desktop got ruined. One sec. Before I ruin everything, let me load up ATS already. You'll watch it. I'll be staying tuned on the... I'll be catching up on Discord. Let me know if they come up with some juicy stuff, right? Alright. So we have something new today. You might have had a hint with the title of the stream. So I was looking for a truck to drive. I wanted a different one. As much as I enjoyed the T800, I think people would want a little bit of variety. So we're going with something a bit different. The Kenworth W900 Long. W900L, I think that is. It's a very massive truck, and the interior is quite interesting. We'll go and take a look. And we will be driving in the coast to coast still map. We will be starting in Miami. And I'm also trying out a new trailer. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm not sure if it will crash even. We'll see. Trail King Dovetail 1.33 ownable. This is made by Keith. Well, updated by Keith to 1.33. Originally by these guys. And I think it just released yesterday. A couple of hours ago maybe. 1 day at most. So it's kind of pretty fresh. Those SCS streams are hard to watch. Whoever drives for them is an awful driver. Maybe he's using a controller? I don't know. Maybe he needs more experience. Maybe he spends most of his time coding and working on the actual game than driving. That's understandable. It's that nerd guy here. He said the other day that Star Trek Discovery Season 2 was out now. 1, 2, 3, 4 is out. I think that was Jay who was talking about Star Trek. Animations with this trailer. Not yet. I have seen a photo where it, how do you say? I think there's a ramp at the back, but I'm not sure how to trigger it. Yeah, maybe we can explore it together. Washington State DLC coming out in Feb. Will it? I haven't heard anything about Feb. I thought they said later this year. But that would be amazing if it did. That's the truck. That's how humongously long that is. Oh my goodness. It's literally a house inside. And that's the trailer at the back. It triggers when you pick up the load, or it used to. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it works. If I attach to it, is there an animation? Not sure. Hey, Rohan. How have you been, man? Long time no see. How have you been doing? Pretty busy, I imagine. It's almost done. I never said Feb, but that's your guess. I hope so. I've gotten an email from SCS telling that Washington is the next state and it's going to be released this year, but there were no details as well, so I don't have any insider info. Yeah, maybe Feb would be too early. I'm not so sure. I haven't seen enough media for it to be releasing in Feb, but I'm sure hoping it does happen. October or November, very busy. Haven't used this trailer since it was only in the freight market. We'll see how it goes. I'm imagining, yeah, because if it's cargo, I'm not sure how it works then. But we'll try it out. We'll try it out. Okay, let's hear the engine first and foremost. Should I turn off the music? Do you guys like the music on or off? Let me know, okay? I think this is a Cummins ISX engine. In what state is that, guys? Is that a state? Oh no, it's a Kenworth logo. But is that also like a flag of a specific state? It may release on Feb 3. It's their anniversary and also her birthday. Nice. What gifts have you gotten? Or did you get yourself a gift? Admittedly, the model itself, it looks kind of dated at times. The model, there are some angles where you see the model is quite basic. So I think it was done differently. Like in the interior, you see some of the radial things, the circular dials. You can see the edges, like the polygons in there. So it's not like super high res, but you don't really notice it. And as a whole, looks very good. All the switches are working. Retarder, you can see the dials working there. Engine brake, that's the one. And there's even, this is super cool, when you turn on your hazards, the reverse cam enables. Does that work really? Wait a minute. It does work. Yeah, it does work. And that's super cool. I like that triggering in there. And if you don't really need it, then turn it off. And then you get the map, which has that like filter that makes it really look realistic. You may get a car. Nice. Best birthday gift ever. It will have to be released by June or so. That's true. Ron is turning 12. Congrats. The Washington DLC will be the next ATS state DLC. British Columbia, Idaho, Oregon, Seattle. Nice. And your last car, you mean? Look at the photos of the cargo here. Initially I was wondering like, what the heck is this? And then it's apparently like a mask. Like imagine going to the trailer browser, looking at each of the trailers and then just cropping out the actual trailer look, so you can see that is the trailer in each of those shots. It's quite interesting how he did that, but it's better that there's something there than nothing. So we'll be taking 19 tons, a 19-ton crane segment. Looks pretty heavy, urgent as well. I would have not liked it, but it's the only one going along this coast and I want to explore it. Looks very good. Hey Rob, glad you made it, man. How are you? Good evening. Mine is on the 14th. Last gift from your parents. Ah, I see. Yeah. You should be the one giving them gifts afterwards. Ready to be loaded? Now the first challenge, how do you park a truck this huge? 14th, exactly. It is nighttime in Florida. Sunshine State is where we are at. Yes, correct. That's pretty interesting. GG, Rob. Didn't you just sub for 12 months like this Wednesday? And why is there a trailer on the spot where I should be loading? Well, that's kind of difficult. I think we have to reload it. GG, man. Thank you for sub for sub. How do you call that? Appreciate it. 13 months. Just like that. You came to the stream, that's why. I think you jinxed it. That's true. That might be kind of carried over probably, huh? Amazing, man. Thank you. And yeah, it's still something there. We might have to push that over or something. Scotsman first. Not really. But thank you for making it. How are you, man? So I think we'll have to push it away. I'm not sure if that's possible. Maybe I should have a bull bar here or something. Push. Push. Not really working as I wanted to. Also, my telemetry is turned off. One sec, I'll enable it in a bit. We'll train some in a bit. More than welcome. This trailer is heavier than it looks. It seems to be moving though. It is too big, that's why it couldn't move so much anymore. Yeah, nope. Let's try loading that again. Maybe a third time will work. Trailer is full of lead. We're not off to a good start here. Maybe this pickup point is glitchy. Yeah, because there's it has the same spot as where the cargo pickup point is and where the freight is loading up. I think I have an idea. I might have an idea. If I place myself like right here and save the game, I think when I load it next time, you know that logic where it detects if you're like on the same coordinates as where the freight trailer is, and if so, it doesn't load the trailer. I'm hoping that triggers. GG Sheng, glad you made it. Welcome back. 14 months. Time flies when you're crashing into things. That is so true. And now we're actually being forced to crash into things to survive. We are trying to load something, but the pickup point, the actual spot, is being blocked by a trailer. So we have to move the trailer away somehow. See? Genius, right? Now there is no trailer. Sometimes it helps if you know how the mechanics work. Missed Clumsy playing TSW. If you can call that playing, more like fumbling around in Train Sim World. Why don't you try and tow it? I don't think you can load the trailer if it's not your job. You can take the job, I guess. Yeah. Pure skill. I think we were able to get through it based on technicalities. Okay, I think that can work. Now the thing is, I'm not sure how nimble this truck is, because so far it doesn't seem like I'm turning enough. So I think we'll have to adjust this a bit. By the way, I also changed my steering ratio. I changed a bit of the controls that SII thing to change my steering ratio so that it has like a better steering for highways, but that results in less sensitivity. So you might notice the wheel turning a bit smoother now, less fidgety, especially when you're starting from the center. This is more like a real truck now, I think. Let's see and observe if that changes things. Jeff used this truck 2 years back, I think. I think I saw a video, yeah, where he used it. Good thing it was updated for 1.33. Yes, it's a very hard name to spell. I get who it is though. Used this truck many moons ago as well. Did I? I even forgot about that, and this is why I chose this cargo, because that yellow is perfectly blending with the color of those stripes that we have. Beautiful. Now I didn't see the ramp though, but maybe when we unload it. No, but this is... Maybe we won't get to see the ramp. Maybe that's for freight market only. Not so sure. Let's have a look later when we unload. If you're trying to park for trailer reload, one of truck AI just got the other trailer. I think it's by chance. Buggy GPS, I don't like it. I remember saying it was bigger than your apartment. Yeah, I remember using... is it the same mod? The German Shepherd just got real. From a bobblehead to an actual dog now. Yeah, I remember driving a long cab like this. A W900 Long, but I wasn't sure if it was by the same guy, Dimitri. I didn't know it was the same thing. It is. An actual house inside. 2 sofas, tabletop, sink, fridge, TV there or monitor. Yeah, you can live here. Only thing missing is a toilet. I guess you can go to rest stops in that case. Get so excited when you see this in real life on the road. What do they usually haul? Do they haul like box trailers, or are they more used for like heavy haul stuff? I didn't really know, but I think anything would work basically. Let's stop over there. Can gas up there just to discover that, and then yeah, that should be enough. Biker Clumsy. The jacket is a bit my summer car looking in terms of the texture. But I like it. You could live in that. Yeah, very true. Very true. Also, let me know about the audio, okay? The engine sound, if it's too weak or something. In the meantime, I think let's turn on the telemetry thingy. Enable it. There we go. And let me know if you see something buggy with the telemetry thing, the overlay. Bigger than your house. I think that would be a close statement for me. It is Miami, yes, Florida hype. Although the city itself, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, but it looks... Bye, Mrs. Clumsy. It looks suspiciously like LA. Should they come out with an RV driving sim? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be so cool. Usually dry vans. Ah, okay. Welcome to Miami. I know that song, but I won't be able to sing it. It's LA. It is. This is very familiar. This, like, having the garage there and having the FedEx here. That is one of the few spots that you can recognize. Then I guess the very long main road here, however you call that. That sky looks ominous. I don't know why, but it's more common in ATS than in ETS too. I get this a lot in ATS. Just looking at my temps here. I think we're good. Yes. I'm getting a lot of CPU utilization, but I think that's mainly because of we're in the city still. Stop. My goodness. Yeah, this trailer is pretty nice though. Keith does some amazing work. He's like our resident restoration expert when it comes to making trailers work for the latest version. Ugly skybox. I think it's quite... I think it can be real. I'm just not sure when it happens. Maybe right before it rains. Because like... yeah, it does look pretty ominous. And let me try floating my gears. Why is it that the GPS doesn't show the road? Like it's getting cut off. That looks scary. He is in the south, so they get... it makes sense, they get bad storms. Ah, that might be it. Yes, let's imagine it that way. Let me see if I missed a message. I think we got everything. Yes. Not yet an expert with floating. Eye of a cyclone. With foggy weather, it happens every in-game 3 days. That's what I feel like as well, yes. I think there might be some parameter changes needed there. Because in ATS it doesn't happen. So maybe there's something in the settings. Fort Lauderdale. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the one. Is there any like landmark in Fort Lauderdale? What is it known for? Like I guess I've heard it quite a lot from like TV shows and whatnot. But I'm not really familiar with it. The name just rings a bell. Said that it is an artificial skybox. I wonder why he put that in. Would be interesting to pick his brain around it sometime. That is successful floating right there. Because he's a big troll. Also, I think I enabled Sizzle's trailer pack, and I think so far it's working well. I haven't encountered stutters or anything. Is there a detour? Is that a detour I'm seeing? It is. Dang it. Okay. So how do we work with this? But this is the excitement that ATS brings. This is what I like. And this is easy because we just take the ramp, get off the highway, get on the highway. Works fine in traffic. Ah, okay, great. We're now passing the airport of Fort Lauderdale. Oh, I didn't even see it. Did you guys see a plane? Easiest detour ever. Just don't try to take a refrigerated trailer. Oh, why? What happens? Good thing. Like a freight market refrigerated trailer. Look at that, guys, floating like a pro. I don't know why, I just feel like, and just as I mentioned it, not using the clutch today. Feeling like a trucker. Really find that GPS weird. I think I do it like this, zoomed in, because zoomed out it just feels cut off. Right, so let's just work it like that. In the freight market, the refrigerated trailers place very little weight on the rear axles. Ah, okay. And it's like driving on ice. Goodness. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not for us. Does it draw something longer? Yeah, there's something seriously wrong with this GPS. I think I'll just turn it off And let's just put in a different GPS because it doesn't feel quite right. Four-lane highway. That doesn't happen very often. You know this freeway like the back of your head. Oh, nice. Does it look familiar? 95 north. You know the back of your head. I don't. I never see it. Did you know you saw your first detour while you were coming into Viva Mexico from LA? Nice. How long did it reroute you? How far away did you have to go? Poor car. Stuck because of poor merging skills. I also turned off autocorrect. I'm using what is this keyboard I use? Swift key. I really like it because it learns your language, and like if you're not a native English speaker, they do have like different languages. They do support different languages, like they have Filipino, they have Tagalog, but it's like the official language. It's not like the, how do you say, the slang terms, the normal words that you use. So it's not part of the original dictionary. But since SwiftKey is able to learn how you type, what words you use often, it kind of detects it. And even though I'm not very happy with the autocorrect still, I turned it off. But the predictions at the top of the keyboard, those 3 words that appear, it's been very helpful. And like the swiping feature is very nice as well. So yeah, no autocorrect for me, just predictions, just suggestions. LA to La Paz. It's Nightbot's fault. Blame it on Nightbot, right? I think the sky is turning finally. This is the I-95 indeed. Main East Coast Freeway. Freeware. Freeware again. Runs from the Canadian border in Maine to Miami. Oh really? Wow. Travels that far, huh? Interesting. That's pretty cool. No worries, Silver. Thank you for dropping by and congrats on the silver badge again. Thanks for the resub. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Happy weekend. You saw a Taco Bell sign. Oh really? Nice. Look at that. Those like particles. That seems scary if you saw it like that. Is that really how it should be looking? Rip car. No, nah. Saved it. Can feel the taste of tacos. Yummy. Freeway, dang it. That is not how that should look. Somehow I was expecting that. That seemed like there was something wrong about it. Tequila? Good idea. And thank goodness the sky is turning indeed. Yeah, looks much better now. Less scary. Like in the set of Twister. Is that the name of the movie? The classic movie? I really like that. There must be some conflict with ATS and foggy weather, water, and particle effects. Ah, yeah, you're right, you're right. Yes, he might be using the same particles for the water in there. But since foggy weather changed the water particles, then it looks different than originally intended. Makes sense. Good catch. Yes, I saw that. Ben Affleck is out. Have you seen the new guy? I haven't seen him yet. They did say he's like a young man though. I'm not sure if that fits very well with Batman. I always had the impression that he was like a mature guy with a lot of experience and stuff. Better be Christian Bale again. That would be cool, huh? But I think I'd like to preserve Christian Bale in the Christopher Nolan series. That is the best Batman for me. Christopher Nolan's. Should we take a detour to Orlando and go to Disney World? Oh, I wish they put it here, but I guess that would be hard to model. Like putting the castle in or something. There are some signs in Florida C2C, for example, theme parks, restaurant, and more. Oh, that's cool. Point it out to me when we pass something by, right? If they bring back Christian Bale, you would be happy. Yeah, I think we keep him in Nolan's Batman to preserve the integrity. Thank goodness for this GPS. This GPS is very smart, huh? Those lane changes, I'm not sure how SCS was able to implement those, but it's very smart. It's like gives you the right advice 9 times out of 10, or maybe 8 times out of 10. I haven't been able to take a photo yet though, because there are still no like nice bridges around. But I guess we can take one from here. So it like that. Take some photos. Florida Keys yet. Is that the one in the south? We visited it before when it was first implemented in Coast to Coast, I believe, but not since then. It's very nice though. That works. But the only way you see the length of it is Walt Disney World. Look at that. Yeah. There is something. Nice. In that LA River. What do you mean? How timely. Well, that's lucky. I think let's take one more shot there. Disney. RTX card for my birthday. I wish, but no. I think my next upgrade would be a CPU, because I think the bottleneck is mostly on the CPU. Because of the single core thingy. Ryzen isn't the best when it comes to ATS, and other sims. What is this monster of a truck? Hey Gato. Yes, W900L, I believe. Is that different from W900 Long? I think it's the same thing, right? I heard when I consulted Mr. Wikipedia, they said the W900L originated from it came from a movie and was supposedly a special like limited edition for the movie, but became famous and became like a full-blown production truck that's used on the roads after that. This one. This is from one of the events, one of the World of Trucks events. I can't remember which one, but yeah, that's why I highly suggest you join them all. They do give out some very nice backgrounds. The one I missed, the one from the last one, the one Christmas one, the one where they give out the airport background. Yeah, I didn't get that. I think you had to maybe, I don't know, finish both ETS and ATS. So I guess Alex got it, huh? That airport background thingy. Looked pretty cool. You got it. Nice, congrats. I play the game online. Well, as online as World of Trucks can get. I still play single player, but I connect to the World of Trucks server to sync the jobs. But I don't play MP. That works. He didn't miss much not getting that airport background, not great. We played MP last year, that's true. Should organize a convoy again soon. I was lurking around G-Sport's stream a while ago. He was in a convoy, looked pretty cool. He was streaming with a couple of other... He was doing a convoy with a couple of other streamers. Looked fun. MP can be very fun if you get to join a convoy and such. It's just very hard to organize. 10k special too. Oh yeah, that's true, I remember that one. I think we went to Norway then. You drive from Florida to... What is NC? North Carolina. Ah, is that true? Is that right? For a truck and a car. Nice. And a drive, and drive, okay. Don't like the pain of driving to your pickup point, so you never play the game that way. You like to use the rented trucks. Ah, I see. I see. Yeah, hopefully they improve on that because it has so much potential. And if they're able to really integrate it with all the game modes, that would be amazing. Making it more interactive. Yeah, that's the goal. Let's let this guy pass and let us move like so. We stick to Clumsy too much, what do you mean? Oh, dang it! Some aggressive mergers in there. Got totally lost with my gears there. My bad. No worries, blue-eyed. Yeah, as long as... yeah, we can still understand. I think we exit here. Yarr! Hey Jack, I think someone was busy playing Subnautica. No worries. How is Subnautica, by the way? Jay, I saw shared a lot of screenshots. And I just saw your status in Discord. 3 years almost. You started with the southern region, right? Yeah, it's been a while, man. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Hey, Danish. Sorry, I missed that. How are you? Welcome back, welcome back. How is your eye? What happened to your eye? Is that a pirate thing? Take us to the beach. We have yet to see a Swift driver. Swift driver. As close as you can get to a Swift driver, I think. Chevron. We're getting these chevrons again. You can see the destination. It's buggy. It's not really that near yet. Is the interior correctly modeled on this mod? Actually, I'm not sure. I was even surprised that a W900B would have a different interior versus a W900L. Because the SCS truck looks nothing like this. The dials are completely different in the switches. Game is good. You'll not spoil. I think you'll enjoy it. Nice. Is it Does it feel polished already, or is it very much still in early access? I was having reservations initially to try it out because maybe it's a bit too raw. Although given their experience with the original game and all the things they learned there, dang it, I think oh, let's use the rear cam. Look at that. How cool is that? A real rear cam now. You're good, you're good. Yes, a lot of work lately. Fortunately or unfortunately, I guess. I've recently been, how do you say? I recently realized how lucky I am at my current job. Like, I've been in this job for more than 11 years. And I think, well, it's not perfect. I have a couple of complaints, but all in all, I think I'm very lucky to have found it. So just, even though it's busy, I'm still thankful. So yeah, it's not that bad. It is polished but needs work away from the starting area. Ah, okay, I see. It's a work in progress, makes sense. Are we turning right or left? I think left. Hey Blah, how are you, man? Welcome back, welcome back. Real gas stations mod. Well, I do have a mod that converts them to the real thing, but I think some of the assets are coming from Oregon, and Oregon hasn't been modified yet for this particular mod. At least that's how I'm guessing it works. Hey Jay, good morning. Glad you made it. Doing good, doing good. Excited for the weekend. It's almost Chinese New Year here. So actually we have a holiday on Tuesday and Wednesday. But Monday we have work. So, and I didn't take a leave then. But I could have theoretically have put in like 5 days back to back of vacation. But no more money. And too tired to travel again, so just staying at home and fixing stuff, relaxing and organizing stuff. Doing good, Blah. Thanks for asking. Worked there 12 years and look 13. Can't be a bad job. That's true, that's true. Yeah, they raised me. Been lurking in some channels. He's been a pretty busy guy. SeaWorld, is that a big thing in Orlando? I would guess so, huh? You guys recognize that sign? Holiday? Yeah, Chinese New Year is a very big thing in Singapore. Almost all the shops are closed. It's the only holiday, it's the only time of the year where we get two holidays next to each other. Like 2 consecutive days. It's the only holiday like that. Everything else, Christmas, New Year, there's only one day. Like Christmas, it's only December 25. Christmas Eve isn't even a holiday. So you can safely say Chinese New Year is the biggest holiday here. Nothing happened. Where have you been lurking? Ooh, very nice car. Looks like the... Alex would probably know what that is. Looks like the Batmobile. The old school Batmobile. Ah, there you go. Thanks for answering, Alex. There are SeaWorld parks all over the US. Ah, okay. It's not an Orlando thing only. I see. SeaWorld is huge in Orlando near I-4. Ah, okay. But it's probably the biggest one here. Wet and Wild used to be before it shut down. So many theme parks here, huh? 58 Cadillac. We are heading to Palm Coast. We're almost there. Yes. Very timely question. And it's actually a bit disappointing because the map was showing it. We were driving on the coast, but you can't really see the coast from here. I think it's a bit too far. Oh crap! Almost crashed into that guy. They do speak only French in Florida. Just lurky for some time. It's not the cold wave as in the US. 13 is like the perfect weather. Yeah, that's amazing. I would love to have that kind of weather. Just cold enough to have an excuse to wear a jacket and feel warm and fuzzy, but not too cold that it was an essential that you would have to have. -1 Fahrenheit here this morning. How does that translate again to Celsius? I still haven't gotten the trick. A1A runs right along the coast. Ah, yeah, that would be nice. So the where were we on? I-93? 94? Should be 93 because it's odd, which goes north to south, right? If I learned anything. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I remembered that wrong. Never got to see what you were hauling. That thing. Whatever that is. Crane something. I like it because it's perfectly matching with our colors. But yes, I'm using a new trailer from Keith. Well, Keith updated it for 1.33. And we can haul all these interesting looking cargo. Now, where the heck do you want me to park? Don't tell me you want to reverse this thing. Oh my goodness. See you guys in an hour. Yeah, you have to reverse it there. OMG. Okay, let's go and reverse it. -21. Oh my goodness. Phew. Okay, yes. No one wears a jacket at 13. Oh really? So you guys are just like t-shirt and shorts kind of thing? Like I wear a jacket below 20. That's how used I am to the hot weather. For me, like below 20, I can wear a jacket already, I think. Just depends on the thickness, of course, but I wouldn't generalize it. Barbecue weather. Yeah, nothing thick though. Just like how do you say? Like wind something? Windbreaker? So not like the thick jackets. Okay, so we were able to reverse fine at least. Now comes the tricky part. Can we make use of our reverse cam for a bit maybe? Does that make sense? It kind of does. The wind chill was -34. Goodness. Sounds scary. Oh, Jadar is back. He is definitely back. I think I hit something. It's cool, this one, but it takes some getting used to understand like the depth and stuff. So I think what we need to do... Oh dang it, there's even a tractor in there. Going to hit that guy. Yeah, there you go. Just nudged him a little. You really need to move. It's even cool in northern Florida right now. That's how cold it is, huh? Even Florida is affected. Okay, now how do we do this? Let's see. Let's curve as sharp as possible without hitting the island on the right side. EAA map? No, I haven't actually. Is that a good map? I guess it would be very relatable for you guys, huh? I think that's the South America region, right? And I'm also wondering why it's not so famous. Yeah. Maybe we can try next time. That looks very far away. Let's adjust a little. 0 in Florida. Northern Florida. Wow. Yeah, that is cold. Very famous for... Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. It's a regional thing. El Dorado Pro is good too. What is that? I like seeing this rear cam. You're seeing how sharp you're turning, and you're seeing what's directly behind your truck. Okay, let's have a look. Going to hit the guy though. Dang it. Oh no. Okay, maybe we can adjust a little. Maybe because the installation info is all on PT. What is PT? It's been a year since you went there. Weather is just amazing. When did you go? Did you go like summer? I guess it would be pretty hot during summer, huh? Oh. Ah, Portuguese. Okay. Maybe that's why. 2017 winter, and it's still not too cold. Amazing. Dang it, this is hard. I'm not sure if we can do this. Is this physically feasible? Let's try. Maybe we need like a sharper angle here. Did have snow in London yesterday night. Settled on the roofs and vanished by 11. Nice. So snow is not so common. I remember there's been a bit of discussion in there on the Discord server. And if anyone wants to join the Discord server, ! Discord. Bit of discussion on the snow in the UK in general, I think. Oh, I don't think that will work. Let's see. Thank you guys. Yeah, I guess that can work. Let's see. Places signs on the ground, yes. It's unfortunately part of, well, it's part of foggy weather. It's an add-on for foggy weather. It's called Subtle Icons. So unfortunately, it's not yet released. Oh, that's going to be a disaster. Maybe we can force our way in. Nah, it's too much. Now we have a huge like dent on the side, a huge gash in there. Hey, Crazy Syrup Guy, like the name. How are you? Dang it, that tractor is complete party pooper. You're destroying her house. Oh yeah. Blame this cat thing. If only we can push it. Okay, that works better. Still not quite there though, but I think we can move inside at least and then turn. Goodness, this is super hard. But I think what we can do is we can... Hey, house! What house? Not there anymore. Ouch. It's too far away. Goodness, how do we do this? Trailer damage, dang it. Just got a message on VTC FB page. Guy message you saying why don't hire company drivers. What do you mean? Didn't quite get that message. Of all drop-off points I had to get that truck. Yeah, I know, right? This game is really brutal. Oh. Didn't see that message. Oh, I was thinking we had it. Man. Okay, so what I have to do, I think, maybe if I can squeeze in through this side. I don't really know. I don't think so. I don't think you can like go under this thing. It's a whole block. Yeah, in terms of the bounding box. That's what we can do. Yeah, reverse it totally like so. Immersive symbols. Yes, that's the closest. Ooh, look at that. I don't know how that works, but I'll take it. Dang it. Yes, look at that. Pro parking skills. Yeah, that's what I've been using before, the immersive symbols mod. That's in the Steam Workshop, I believe. Oh, my neck hurts from that one. GG. Another one. What I find interesting is I'm not getting very long jobs, even though I set it in the gameplay settings to have long jobs in there. Maybe we can take that. I do want a long one, like coast to coast thing. Maybe not for this trailer, I don't know. Shouldn't be different. Palm Coast to Gainesville. I think that can work, so we can pass by Orlando. Very nice. Very nice sky. And very nice trailer. Very nice cargo. Cool. It's no longer in the Steam Workshop. Oh, I wonder what happened. Maybe the author got fed up with the comments. Took all of his mods off the Steam Workshop. Yeah, the Steam Workshop community, if you could say that, can get a bit toxic at times. Some people don't read, some people are needy, some people are demanding. I guess I can imagine how that could happen. Please don't hit anything. For such a humongous truck, it kind of turns well considering, huh? Couldn't even imagine us doing that thing, like being able to do that parking at all. Like, I thought we had absolutely no chance with it. We had immersive symbols and it just disappeared one day. Oh, that's too bad. I hope it's still in the SCS forums or somewhere. ATS to LT. Okay. Hopefully that works with 1.33. Some night driving, guys. Let's do it. Let's go and check out the... Oh, I forgot to go to a mechanic. Fix the GPS. Maybe we could pass by somewhere here. So it's on the way. That one. That's where I bought the truck, by the way. Oh, it's 95, 93. Okay, missed by 2 numbers. EVR has his sounds ready for the new MAN. Wow, that's fast. So it's only waiting for the release, huh? Maybe he can use it. Maybe he can release it first for Madster. I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy that. This is some short runs. Yeah, I would like a longer route, but the job market generator thingy isn't giving me any. Maybe let's max it out. Preferred job length. Max it out like so. Alex, do you have yours set to the rightmost? How do you come up with those super long jobs like 3,000 miles or whatnot? Might be a bit too much for me, but something close to that could work. You never had any luck with that job length slider. It looked a bit weird, didn't it? Oh, I think I have a... That's the one, because I had the limit, a hard limit of 500. I remember setting this before. So I should put that as default, because I think those two kind of work hand in hand. So I think 500 is the max, and then based on that slider it would find something within that range. Maybe, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I don't think we should limit it that way. Set it to max and get 1800 mile trips. Okay, so maybe I think we do this, we finish this job, and then we might need to refresh the economy. Get jobs over 100 hours. Yeah, I think that's the culprit right there, the job distance limit that I said before. We're getting jobs so long it would take 2 to 3 IRLR jobs. Yeah, those are the ones that Alex loves to drive. Man, I like the... I kind of remember this truck now because of the blue dials. I remember I liked it back then as well. I wonder what kind of questions people will have for the ATS stream and what kind of answers SCS will give. That's the more interesting thing. Up. No. Apparently not, because of that distance limit. Apparently that distance limit works. And I've had it all this time. Love those two and break them up into different days. Yeah, I think having a long haul delivery is very appealing. Gives you more of that feeling of really going different places and not just doing like short city trips or whatnot. Really makes you feel like you're on the road. Your truck cab is warm. Away from the cold. Yeah, that's true. I think that's why Alex is doing it. And that's dark. 8 hours away, 3 hours. Yeah, this is going to be full on night driving, guys. Cab heater on 24/7. Sheesh. Heater full on. I guess that consumes a lot of fuel, huh? What is more difficult in terms of consumption? What consumes more fuel or electricity in the house? If you make things colder or if you make things hotter, like the air conditioning part. I would have guessed heating is more difficult, but I don't know. Don't know the science behind it. 3,000 miles is more than 4,000 kilometers, so that's perfect. Sounds good. I wonder how long that takes. Maybe 4-6 hours in real life? Devil's is quite warm, but only on the legs. Oh, I could do so many JDARs in there, I think. In a truck, air conditioning uses the power. Heat is almost free. Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point. I never looked at it that way. To drive from LA to New York City non-stop takes 6 days. No pit stops, yeah, so that's impossible even. So it takes more than a week probably to get to like that real coast-to-coast thing. Yeah. Too low. Alex's side partner. Alex does like having a partner to keep him company on the road. He doesn't pay for it either. Should give her a name. You always pay for the side partner one way or another. Now that's real wisdom right there. There's no such thing as free lunch. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, Barry. How are you, man? Welcome back, welcome back. How's it been going? Ready for CNY? How many days is the holidays there in China? In Singapore, it's 2 days. In China, I guess it's like, what, the entire week? Most of the people we work with in China will be out like the entire next week. You bought her from Sissel. That's true, that has a price. Let's go and change the GPS here. It isn't PG-13 anymore. We're only working with facts. Okay, that should work. I always found these spots for the repair very weird. Like, you have to stop like in front of the garage. Like, you cannot like park properly before you can activate it. It feels a bit weird. Alright, so engine is Cummins ISX, and we wanted to change that thing. So we could put, oh dang it, I cannot do it. No, I can't do it. I just realized. Because if I turn off that GPS, then the GPS here also turns off. I could add something there, but yeah, they're like the same. So, and there is no option here to turn off the GPS there, so I think we'll have to live with it. Oh man, fine. Alright, good luck Rohan, have a great weekend. Catch you next time, and thank you for dropping by. By the way, it's also reversed CG shirt day. He's going to play GTA 5, that's his assignment. Oh, Grace was mentioning something about, and apparently Grace is a guy, Graceful from YouTube. He comments a lot on the videos, and he's been suggesting something like a role-playing dispatcher kind of thing. I think it's from GTA 4 or 5, and then someone, a YouTuber, made it into a role-playing thing. Have you guys heard of any such layout. He's been recommending a couple of videos for me to check out, asking maybe I would like to roleplay as a dispatcher. LCPDFR. Too many letters on that one for me to understand what that is. Please no. What is that even? You guys let me know. It's awful. I don't even understand how it works. Liberty City Police Department, and the FR is French. Maybe they speak French as well. Welcome back, Scotsman. Standard holiday is 7 days. Oh, so it's literally 1 week. Wowzers. Though many people usually take the following few days off to make it a 10-day holiday. Ah, yes, I get what you mean. So taking like the previous or next weekend as well. You can extend it to up to that time. Perfect. That is perfect. Well, enjoy. Are you going somewhere? Do you have any plans for the new year? Probably family reunions and stuff. GTA is horrible. It's part of an online cop thing. You have to give callouts and stuff. Those police mods for GTA. So it's just like GTA, but you're driving a cop car and trying to catch bad guys, and these bad guys are also people. Like, this is multiplayer. And what does the dispatcher do? Like, report on the criminals and tell the police where to go? Oh yeah, I'm an expert there, Gato. Role-playing a Swift driver is in my bones. Don't need to roleplay that. Don't need to put in a lot of effort for that. You either be a cop or play as a dispatcher. Real life people. Ah, I see, I see. Stream on the holidays. That's the plan, although honestly I haven't talked with Mrs. Clumsy yet. If it doesn't work, I'll stream on Thursday, but for sure we will stream Subnautica next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. I'll let you guys know. It might be Thursday actually. That's a good point to raise. As I was telling you, this is how I am usually. Like, unless I have something planned for vacation, I only like am made aware of the holidays like the week before. Like, oh, there's a holiday. And this time there are 2 days. Even like in the office, I usually tell them like, oh, apparently it's a holiday next week, so I'll be out on yada yada. Always last minute. That's short-term planning for you. Goldfish memory works both ways, forwards and backwards. Alright. Happy birthday, Rohan. Enjoy. Catch you next week, man. Tell us all about your birthday and your gift. Your super cool gift. Hey, Kelly. Made it just in time. Rohan is leaving. How have you been doing? Have you been farming? Buy her flowers midweek. That works. That works. One earring before the holidays and one after. That might be an expensive thing. Maybe I can just treat her to dinner or lunch. Oi! So there's right turn on red, but I guess this is still legal, right? If this guy is going straight, he has the right to stay in this lane still. This is not a... I guess it depends, huh? If it's a right turn only lane, then he shouldn't be here. But I guess there are some lanes which are like multi-purpose. You have been playing Farm Sim, nice. Have you guys heard about the Farm Sim esports thingy? Apparently they'll be making it into a competition, full on like esports style, and having like events and tournaments, I think. I'm not really sure how that will work. Maybe, because multiplayer is supported, they can be on the same server, they can be on different farms, and they can like see how much, maybe it's a matter of how much you earn. So the one who earns the highest in a certain amount of time, I don't know how it works. But it seems like you would have to spend a lot of time in that competition. I don't know. Yeah, best plower. What is that? Okay. We're aiming to get OMSI Tour X-Plane 11 Steam Chinese New Year sale. Is there a Chinese New Year sale or only in China? I wish there was something here in Singapore as well, so that I can buy X-Plane already. Buy X-Plane so we both get into it at the same time. Yeah, Farm Sim Esports, I cannot quite imagine it yet, but apparently it's going to be a thing now. Probably not, Kelly. We're checking out a different game. Checking out Subnautica. Hey, Goals. How are you, man? Thank you for joining. Gainesville, you have some family members who live there. Where is Gainesville? I think I can win that competition. Yeah, no problemo. That's like easy peasy for me. Landscaping? I'm your guy. As evident during our last stream. Goodness. Now that was a real disaster. Clumsy on a bulldozer, yeah. Yes, I got it, Jay. Oh yeah, I mentioned it last stream. They gave me a copy, so I can check it out. But it will either be Wednesday or Thursday. Gainesville is somewhere in the central of Florida. This is where you are headed right now. Ah, okay. See, I don't even know where we're going. Oh yeah, you're right. Gainesville. Why am I signaling right? Toll of Oh, did that work? Was there like an electric, I don't know, some kind of high-tech gantry? In Singapore, that's how the tolls work like. Like there is no like toll gate or anything. Is it the same here? Like you just have a device in front and then it detects it on the, I don't know, some kind of sensor? That sound is literally from an LG washing machine, and I heard it last time I went to Manila. We had to go to the laundromat service and wash our clothes. They were using those humongous LG washing machines with exactly that kind of tune after it finished. That's cool. You can see that face when you play that game now. Copy of giveaway, right? Not quite, unfortunately. Yeah, I think there will be a couple of clip-worthy moments if I am to take anything from the previous Subnautica experience. A lot of Grey Mother incidents, I can assume. On the Florida Turnpike, it's a toll highway basically. But is there an actual toll gate, or is it really like that where you just pass by and it's like seamless toll gate? There's toll booth IRL. Ah, okay, I see. Alright, so that was just not modeled properly. I see, thanks. Yeah, because I'm still not familiar what kind of technology that is. Do you guys have it from where you're from? Because here in Singapore, as I mentioned, it's like seamless and I don't know how it works. Because in Manila, we have this like RFID, so there's like this sticker kind of thing, and then there's still a toll gate, so it's like France where you can slow down and then it automatically detects and deducts from your account and then the barrier lifts up. So that one I understand. But here in SG, there are paid highways, and I think there are like huge like structures like a post. Those might be the sensors, I don't know. But I don't really, there's no like real toll gate. I don't think they even slow down. So the sensor must be pretty strong. I don't know. You don't have toll gates there where you live. Is that because there are no tolls? Like everything is covered by the government or by the taxes? Or is it because those are like high-tech tolls as well? Where is Silver Springs? IHOP, guys? Anyone hungry? I like that. I like that. I like those signs. Looks very homey. Man, I want some IHOP. South of Gainesville. Ah, maybe we can pass it. We'll see. Live here, eat free. Sounds like a good deal. It's a natural spring with very, very clear water. Glass bottom boats. Ooh, nice. Slow down a bit. Alright, Rob, thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for making it despite the late time. Have a great weekend. Have a good night. Have a nice rest. Thanks again for subbing. Resubbing. Miami Keys in Florida. I remember Dexter when I'm here. One of my most favorite TV shows is Dexter. Maybe second or third from GG. Very interesting concept. Tesla. Just for Alex. Just for Alex. You know it. Gilmore Girls. Mrs. Clumsy's favorite is Breaking Bad. Mine is Gilmore Girls. How cool is that? Titusville is a neat place to visit as well. Is that also in this area? We have a Silver Spring, Maryland in Montgomery County. Ah, different Silver Spring from what Alex was referring to. Nice. X-Plane is very hard to play. Yes, I think there is a tutorial teaching you how to fly with one of the most like famous basic planes, I think. So shouldn't be completely like no guide. But I think for the actual specialized planes, you would have to learn yourself. That's what I think. Mrs. Clumsy is doing great. We are just waiting for the holidays. Yeah, tomorrow weekend and Monday is going to be a light day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday holidays. Not going anywhere though. Just trying to fix the house and maybe go out a little, do some biking. I don't know. I'll probably be lazy and just end up staying in the house and watching Netflix. Swift Air Transport Division. Clumsy trucking. Yeah, I can't wait to try and fly. Operative word on try. Here we go again. What kind of parking will this game give us this time? Okay. Building supplies. Ah, I think I know this. Is it that one? Yeah. Can I not like go around? Yeah, I think I can go around here. Just circle back and something. Yeah, that's the plan. Later we will be going out. Oh, later we'll be watching a movie. We'll be watching the sequel, the How to Train Your Dragon thingy, because yesterday it came out. So we'll be watching it later. We'll be going for dinner somewhere there. And then on Tuesday, I told her I wanted to watch the Battle Angel Alita thing. I think it's coming out Feb 5, at least here. Where the heck is that thing? Oh, I can't just go. Oh, farty pooper. Fine, we can make it. Talk you tomorrow, Alex. Didn't the country... not Singapore. Maybe a different one. Yeah, it looks very cool. I like how they integrate the 3D and the real life, the real people. It looks so seamless. I think this is not enough space. I have to go more forward. Yes, Lego Movie as well. So many movies. Feb 7 I think is when that will come out, Lego Movie 2. And for sure we will watch it as well. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. What the heck is that bouncy thing all about? Can we work with our... yeah, that's not helping very much. Still a bit dark in there. One sec guys, I'll be back in a bit. Chat is going wild. Oh, there you go. That's why. Yeah. Scotsman is the culprit. Thanks, Scotsman. Check out the links, guys. Patreon, YouTube, merch, mods, and all that stuff. If you want to get a Clumsy shirt like what I'm wearing right now, or a Clumsy mug. Oh, I don't think that will work. But let's try. Let's see if the... what do you call it? The coordinator will be happy enough with it. No worries if you do, Blue-Eyed Tom. No worries if you do. We're a bit crooked. No, I don't think it will buy it. Nope. Alright, fine. There's Patreon, thank you. There's the VTC as well. What was that command you had, Jack? I really like that one. The scrubbing the floors thingy. I should have something like that. sec. Okay, good to go. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Kindish. As long as not the merch is not made in China. And most of the stuff is still made in China. So I won't be surprised if it is. Clothes though, I'm not sure. Somewhere in Asia most probably. Vietnam. Philippines. I don't know. Because it's very economical for companies. Probably eating again. What are you having, Jack? Yeah, exactly. There you go. We wanted a long trip. 2,607. How about that one? Going to Kentucky. 780 miles. Although that seems a bit empty. Yeah, those might be very barren areas. Although we might go close to Alex here. Alex should be somewhere here, right? Somewhere along those parts. You've eaten your fill. How about that? Going to Huntsville. No worries. No worries. I'm not too... Like, politics is not too much... well, it is discouraged to talk about it. Because people will have very different views, but... I don't, like, prohibit it totally. Because news and politics are a bit connected, right? So as long as you're sticking with the news, maybe adding a bit of opinion, a little bit, it's not like prohibited completely. Speaking of news, I heard something in the US. So in the podcast I'm listening to, they were saying something about the government shutdown. But apparently it's finished already, right? I think it lasted for what, 28 days? How does that work? How does a government shut down? 38 days. Oh, not 28. More than a month. Wow, this is like 2 working months. 35. They do fried chicken in Kentucky. Or so the colonel says. Oh yeah, I would have to agree there. I thought it was 28, so I'm sure mine's wrong. So did that mean like the government offices were closed for 38 days? Change shop, pick up icons and drop off points for ATS. Also the immersive symbols, that's what comes to mind. I'm not sure if there's anything similar. I ran out of money. So that's the main reason. Dang, that stuff. They were, and workers were furlough. I've been hearing that term furlough, but I'm not sure what that means. It's a bit too complex for my vocabulary, I think. He wanted his wall funded. I think I heard something about that as well. Like, he and the Congress were having discussions, to put it mildly, I guess. Just reverse here. They get paid when the government reopens. Back pay. That's good to hear. They get it a bit delayed, which I'm sure can be a bit of a problem for some people. But at least they'll still get it back somehow. Not everyone will though, for sure. There was a good point about this. Like, Okay, fine. Maybe the government folks will be getting their money back in back pay eventually. But when the offices were shut down and some other connected industries did not have any work, which are outside the government, those will not get their pay. Like, I don't know, logistics, delivery guys or something. Because the offices were shut down, they didn't have any jobs. They didn't have anything to deliver. So they lost a bit of business there, I guess. They ain't stupid. It's good to hear unless you owe a house payment or car payment and need your money. That's true. Yeah, cash flow is always a problem. Yeah. Very tricky. Okay, it looks like we still have the same jobs. Any preference, guys? You can get that one, JCBTM 320S. That will take us from Florida to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, all the way to Arizona, to Tucson. I think we'll take that one. No way we can finish that, but at least we get an experience of a long trip, right? Why are you yaying and losing money? Is that sarcasm? Costs the US $11 billion. Wow. Yeah. It's not like they'll wait. Can you go northwest, like up towards Oklahoma? Where's Oklahoma? Sorry, very bad at US geography. Well, geography in general. But if it's somewhere where C2C hasn't been developed yet, I don't think I'd want to go there. You do not watch the news. That's true, yeah. Yeah, lots of sad news recently. Left of Little Rock. Give me the state. There we go. That's the one. Oklahoma. Do we have something that goes there? I can do that because it passes through the developed states mostly. Except Arkansas. North of Texas. How about that one? That one goes to northwest, and that goes to too many areas that are undeveloped. I don't like it. Amarillo. How about that one? Is that fair enough? Let's go take that one. I think that's close enough. Then we can go to Oklahoma separately if we still have time, which I don't think we will. Okay, but yes, we can try. It's the same pickup point. Good. You have an app on your phone to check the weather. You know, I always wondered about that before. Like, why would you need an app to check the weather? It's not like it accurately depicts the rain. Like, it accurately detects the rain chances anyway. But apparently sometimes it does. Or maybe it depends on the location. And more importantly, if you're... We actually avoided that guy. Wow. If you're in a place where it's where weather can get a bit varied, it's very useful. But of course, me being a guy who is coming from a very flat weather climate, I didn't really understand it. So when I had my chance to go outside and experience those varied temperatures and weather, I understood the importance of a weather app. It's like, wow, never knew it had a use. So where do we pick this up? There you go, that's the one. This game never gives you enough room to make your turns when you have a load. You always have to go wide and hit a sign or a car. Yeah, that's that's part of the package. Is that a song? Hey Sparksaw, by the way. Welcome back, man. How are you doing? What's up with you? Let's climb up the curb here. Whoa, George Strait. Your eye is sore, now it's watering. Oh, so that's what's happened with your eye. Hope you get better soon, Jack. Have a good night. Yeah, get some rest, man. Catch you on Discord. Is that too much Subnautica? Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. I always have a hard time seeing the line if it's daytime, but I think I can get an estimate thanks to those cartons, those signs. So maybe I don't really have to rely on that, on the lines themselves. Something like that, will it work? Is that too far away? That's too far away. Ah, okay. So I can't stick too close to the sign. Maybe it will work. Maybe it will be good enough. Nope. Okay. Salt water didn't help. Freezing didn't help, huh? Maybe you have to heat it up. There we go, I see that sign now, the lines now. We have it. Look at that income from that guy, from one of our drivers, $5, and he leveled up. What an achievement. Well, maybe that's like the profit already. That's like minus the expenses already. Up. Let's have a look at that thing. Not too shabby, eh? Very nice models. Very nice model. This is Kelly's tractor, I think. Taking it with us. Special delivery. Let's get a photo of that thing. Oh, there's a gate here. That one can work pretty well. The magic of what field of view can do. Be one more like so. Yeah, it is. Doesn't seem like it from inside, huh? But if I look behind, you'll realize it, like because of that huge house behind us. Oh, engine died. We even have a dog just sitting down there, chilling out. Massive truck. Alright, Evan. Have a good night, man. Thank you for staying with us. Enjoy. Catch you next time. It's the W900 Long, W900L. The last week we had the T800, but this time it's different. Is that guy turning right? Yes, he is. Please don't. Phew. I think we hit him, but I think he hit us. So it didn't get any penalty. Yeah. The house in the back. Could fit every one of you guys. Like, look how many seats we have. 2 huge sofas in there. Even with seatbelts, I think. If those are seatbelts. Yeah. Humongous truck. Doesn't feel heavy though. Very interesting. I think this kind of truck would only work in the US with these big roads. Try placing this in Europe, I don't think you'll have much fun. Just imagine the off-ramps you'll have to go through. I have to adjust my track IR. One sec, let me reposition myself a bit from here. That's how you truck in style. Exactly. Now this is definitely for long haul. That's what she said. Oh, I can't beat Jay at his game. I still have water? Yes, I do. The roads in the northeast US are tight in Europe. As tight as in Europe. Ah, okay. So maybe this truck will be having fun there as well. Nice. Or in the UK. Yeah. UK, I can imagine. So happy it's February already. I was a bit beyond the budget. Well, almost. Last January. And I was really struggling the last few days. Like, oh my goodness, how long does it... January feels like the longest month ever. So it's like, oh, still January. My budget will not last till the end of the month. Thankfully it did, just barely. So now I'm so happy I have a reset budget again. Now I can splurge again, and then at the end of the month I starve myself again. Nah, just kidding. Ouch. Have you ever done a stream with the heavy duty loads, the ones with the red and white lines on the summary? When you pick a job, they give you a police escort. Yes, special transport jobs? Yes. Not Feb yet for you. Yeah, hang in there. Almost there. He still used them in New York and does not look fun. Which one is this, Goals? This truck? Yeah, we've done quite a bit of special transport jobs, Tom. We even did one in Mexico. That was a very memorable one. I think you can check there are some videos, both from the stream and actually YouTube videos in my channel. Not sure what keyword you can put in though. Maybe type special transport. I even had like a job like that, and that was the one in Mexico, where there were supposedly escorts, but they were too afraid of me. They didn't show up, so I had to do it on my own. And I remember all the JDARs we had there. There you go. Thanks a lot, Kelly. Keep having issues with the special loads. Get stuck and can't change lanes in front. Interesting. Are you like, is that a map mod? Special transport route? Like something from coast to coast or something? Maybe that's a bug in the map and not in the special transport itself. PC build sim vids. Have you watched something with the after the release? Because I haven't seen how the release looks like, if anything changed. But I'll probably check it out maybe tomorrow. Here. Ah, that whistle. Let's move here, everybody's. Oi! Very smart lane maneuver. This guy is genius. Usually the default loads. See, he almost hit that guy. He went from ATS to ATS2. Roads are tiny and tight. Yeah, they are. Yes, especially the roundabouts. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I like that. The 75 marking on the road. It looks so good. ATS only has one roundabout in Oregon. I think I remember that one. Yeah, there was a detour in that roundabout when I last went there. Go for it. Go for it, Jay. 10 west. Those signs are very useful. And I guess it doesn't snow here often, so during winter you would still get to see those signs on the road. His fault. I totally blame that guy, that SUV. There hasn't been any post-release PC build sim vids so far. That's interesting. Stay tuned for one on Sunday. I might make one. Oi. A man and a woman were traveling on a train. Woman says, "Every time you smile, I feel like inviting you to my place." Woman says, "No, I'm a dentist." Okay. At least there was no Jadar in there. Just a near miss. Yeah, that might have sounded better if I knew if I understood the punchline earlier. I take it. Good one. Thought you don't like coaches. What do you mean? Slow down to 55 because we are approaching a roadworks area. I did. After I read it, I did. Had to take like a couple of seconds afterwards though. Here we go, it's showtime. Jay started it. It's at NYK Logistics. It is. Nice. Didn't know they reached the US. Two blondes walk into a bar. All these bar jokes. Post-release update for PC build sim. Oh yeah, I saw that. A couple of bug fixes, mostly for the thermal take, new thermal take cases and parts, I think. They keep hitting you. Oh, you mean the SUVs? Yeah. Ah, the buses. Yes, the buses, yes. Absolutely don't like them. especially the Jessicat ones, because they're so humongously large for these roads. Well, not these ones, the ones in Mexico. Didn't get that DLC for free. Which one? The PC building sim? What does the DLC add? I just saw in the update that... What DLC? I didn't even know there was a DLC. I thought it was part of the base game. Should stay in my lane. And I should pay closer attention to my hood mirrors. Have you played Truck Sim yet? Not American Truck Sim, just plain Truck Sim. Which game would that be? If it's not ETS2 or ATS, which game is that? On the Road? Some other game? Or one of the older ones maybe? The older ones? No, I haven't played it. Oh, was there a Truck Sim before? Like old school SCS? Maybe, huh? I haven't. Has anyone played it here? I really like the variety of traffic cars. This is thanks to SIP's mod, Sipino's traffic density mod. It's set in Europe, but it's not from SCS. Ah, I think I know what you mean. Yes, isn't that the mobile game? Or am I mixing it up? Yeah, there are a couple of new truck sims coming out. I saw a couple of them, but it looks pretty raw so far, so I haven't tried it yet. Jeff did a video on it. If Jeff did a video on it, I know he did something on the road, but I'm not sure if he did something on Truck Sim specifically. How did you like it? Oop, yeah. Truck driver, yeah, it might be truck driver. Jeff Favignano. That one I didn't get. What is that reference to? In that truck sim you can get out of the truck. It might be on the road you're referring to. Because on the road you can do that as well. New mode, hard mode. Ah yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure. Maybe, so I'm not sure which ones it removes. This new mode accessed from the main menu removes many of the guides you regularly get to help you build. Yeah, that can be quite interesting, huh? Jeff did a couple of videos recently of On the Road. Welcome back, Alex. I saw the first one he did. It looked a bit wobbly. The traffic was a bit wonky. He had to climb the curb to get past the traffic, things like that. So it felt like early stages of Fernbus. But I did like the multi-drop function, the going out of your truck and all that stuff. And I think there's been an update recently because I follow the On the Road Facebook page. They released an update recently, like a 6x2. They added a 6x2 chassis with steerable back axles, I think, something like that. It's on the road. Okay, it is on the road. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Also, I heard from Jeff he had a bit of trouble with the controls, right? From what I watched in his video. It's a bit wonky to set up. So I might wait for a few months or maybe years before I try it. Maybe when it's more polished. Because we have very high standards now when it comes to trucking, thanks to SCS. That's difficult competing with that giant of a company now. Well, now it's a giant one. Before it wasn't. But look how polished this is, right? It might be lacking a few features, but the physics, the feel doesn't feel wobbly at all. Maybe the driver is wobbly, but not the game itself. Also for the DLC, the Overclocked Edition DLC for PC Building Simulator includes 2 exclusive special edition versions of NZXT H700 and H500 cases that have been specially designed by Brockhofer. Is that it? Okay, I saw that. Like the photo of the cases was that there was like some kind of artwork on the cases. I see. How much does it cost? This Overclocked Edition. Interesting. Man, I love the textures of that road. I don't know why. This feels so high res. Yes. This is made by Dimitri, so it has the same signature rear cam and same style in some areas. $569, quite pricey, huh? Oh, Canadian dollars. How does that translate to USD? Downloading this truck now. Enjoy. It's a great one. 5 USD. Not too bad. But the only thing it adds are those 2 cases? That seems a bit limited for $5. I don't know. Maybe there are other parts included. Let's take one more photo. I don't think we'll encounter a nice bridge here. I'll have to settle for the highway. Only 2 cases. That's expensive. I'll probably pass up on that. Unless you're a huge fan of those cases in real life, I don't think you'll get much out of it. My goodness, that looks so good. Oh yeah, I think we have our thumbnail shot right here. Yep, that works for me. That works for me. Not much in the DLC for PC Sim. Right. Maybe it's because it came from a designer and they had to pay extra for it. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know, the designer has like royalties. So like a portion of the income from that DLC will go to the designer, so they had to make it a DLC. So they can separate the revenue from that DLC versus from the actual game. I don't know how it works, but maybe. Peripherals, me too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Keyboard, mice, monitor, having like an ultra-wide screen and whatnot. Sounds very promising. Maybe in the future we can add like they can add like an sim parts as well. Simulation gear. HOTA, steering wheel. Oh man. Not sure how you would integrate that into PC building sim though, because they basically would buy it, but maybe, I don't know, you can assemble it somehow. How about home servicing? Going to an actual house of a guy and assembling his PC. Installing the steering wheel he bought, I don't know, things like that. Also comes with the in-game music, so you can play it outside of the game. Ah, okay, I see. That could be it. Some people like that. Oh, I heard they also added like, what, 4 new tracks or something? We almost rammed into that guy. We had the perfect timing for that shot. Because now the skybox looks completely different. Still looks so good though, so sorry. But we'll have to take another photo. Hey Shazal. Going to someone's home and assembling their PC without permission. I'm not sure I meant it like that, but that does sound like a good idea. That sounds more like my summer car levels. Oh yeah, that works. Hey Dad, welcome back. Not sure though, you might have a bit of buffering. I don't think we have transcode enabled. Because Twitch. Water tower in the background. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can I can imagine. No transcode. Truck spotting. It's a very cool looking truck, huh? It has a new UI. Well, that's something I like. Yes, same here. The UI felt a bit basic before. So that's good if they modified it. Made it more, how do you say, modern. It's something that Twitch decides. If they give you transcode, that's what I'm referring to. It's not something you will always have. It's only available for partners 100% of the time. If you're an affiliate like I am, you kind of get it sometimes. Depends on, I don't know, some kind of logic they have. Jay apparently gets it every time, so I think there's a bit of favoritism in there. But I don't. Could be called something like rogue tech support. Yeah. Find an open window, sneak into the living room while people are eating, and then you put it together and run. Yeah, and you have to like hide from the people. Like sometimes they would go into the room all of a sudden, and then you would have to hide, and then you would have to like sneak in, sneak out. If you get caught, then you get a penalty or something. Get thrown in jail for a time. Jay cheats. Cheater. Techie Nerdy Geek is superhero movie script. True. Isn't that person called Santa Claus? Close enough, huh? So maybe it should be Santa Claus Simulator. A techie Santa Claus at that. Did I miss someone? Wait a minute. Did I miss someone? Ah. I run you 10 times? Hey, run. Ooh, very nice trailers were passing by here, or passing us by. Ninja Super Geek. Yeah, some great simulator ideas there. This is what the new UI looks like. Oh, dang it. Why are the guys slowing down? I bet we have that 4-drive axle truck again. That's always the slowdown when it comes to the slow lane here. Someone is coming over to look for a fork. Quick, hide behind the curtains. Yeah, exactly like that. Just run. Sure thing, run. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the culprit. Always the slowest guy in town. Subway, anybody? They're even using the new logo of Subway. They're going. Most Fun with the Machine Award. Is it nominated? I hope so too. I took Alexei P's T800 out of your game because of that. Wait, which one, Alex? Oh, the slow truck. Yeah, is that from him? I see. Yeah, I might have to remove that, but I don't think I can trade in T800 yet. Not sure if. Oh, not Dimitri's, Alexei P's. Do I have Alexei P's T800? Is that different from the GTM T800? Why is that train stopped? Let's take a photo. Maybe it's waiting for us to take a photo. Yeah, they need a speed upgrade. Maybe you can modify the AI file for it. Ah, no problem, Gato. Have a... What time is it there? Have a good night. Catch you next time, and thank you for hanging out with us. Have a safe trip. Well, have a safe weekend, rather. Have a safe trip virtually. Or in reality, if you're going somewhere. That's a good question. He might be training. He might be there. And that is actually a very nice shot. Ah, Dimitri. Okay. Yeah, alright. Maybe I can modify the file so I don't have to give up his T800. UI. Some applications have had a new coat of paint. New icons for the GPU tuner, Bongle, Market app, plus whole new looks for Bongle Market apps. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a recording session. I'll probably record something for tomorrow. Well, something tomorrow for Sunday. Let's see. It's 76 miles. 49 hours to go. Nice. We'll have to find a place to sleep soon. Maybe the next rest stop will be good, because right now it's already... And the only thing here, you actually can't see it, but the clock is behind the steering wheel, right there at the center, where the logo is, right at the back. It's a bit weird. And by the way, I am loving this new steering setup that I have. Makes it much more enjoyable for the highway. Look how smooth that steering wheel is turning. Super low sensitive, perfect for the highway. And then when you get to park, it adjusts. It becomes sensitive when you go farther from the center. We are now in Alabama. I think we just passed the border, the sign. Isn't that like Texas chicken? How that logo looks like? It looks like Texas chicken. When are we getting more FS? That's a good question. I'm not sure. There are so many games to check out. Not enough time to check them out all. Next week we are going with Subnautica. Definitely have to find a spot. One sec. Let's see. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Let's drop by there and discover that thing. In Mobile. And that is a very weird thing. So from here, I have to like loop around. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. Your sub is bugged. Did you sub? Thanks. Maybe it's just delayed. Thanks for the sub. If it pushed through. Thanks for the effort if it didn't. I'm really enjoying just trucking in ATS recently. Enjoying the other side of the US thanks to coast, and I'm just sticking to the developed areas. It's quite fun. Quite nice feeling to be traveling these far routes, not so common roads. Yep. There you go. Hey, Han. Just look at the ATS tab. Should be more or less updated. Never knew Alabama had a tunnel. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's something like creative freedom from Manfred. Volvo. Jay will be happy. Did it before the stream and now it's telling you you're subbed. It isn't showing the badge or emote. Ah, that's very weird. Well, thank you for subbing, man. I don't know why that happens. Thanks a lot for the nice words, honey. Appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Hope the mods list helps you out a bit. Now it works. Goodness, Shuttle. Ouch. That was for you. That's for you guys. Thank you for the bits and thank you for the sub. Thanks Shazzel and thanks Da. GG guys. Oh, that was a complete surprise. Thank you. Gift sub hype indeed. Maybe we'd have the present, the gift badge now. Nice moon. I cannot sleep. Maybe I need to drop off the trailer. There, he fixed it. There you go. And there's the badge. Thanks for fixing it, Shuttle. Appreciate it. Try it out, Scotsman. Maybe it works. Will that work? There we go, it works. Just blocking off the entire parking area. Hoarding it for ourselves. What a selfish guy. Rogue tech support style. There you go. Oh, is it, Scotsman? Will you look at that? It doesn't work. Good try though, good try. That knows how to fix that now. True that. Oh, can I fit here? I think it will be too tight. I think I'll have to go around there. I think I just got J-Dart. Oh, dang it. This is going to hurt. Yeah, there we go. This thing turns just like a Scania. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, dang it. I'm really enjoying ATS as well recently. I don't know, it's just certain moods, you know, and this is why it's such an awesome thing to have both of them, because they feel so different somehow because of the roads, the trucks, the environment, even though the core is basically the same. Hate, hate, hate. What's all the hate for? Bro. Okay, fine. It's just being a nice guy. Not like me. Oh, dang it. Did I hit that guy? Sorry. And I was thinking to myself, I was so pro. I was like going to the edge but not hitting the guy. Apparently not. Ah, American trucks. I just remembered. The arch rival of Peterbilt. I don't see Peterbilt here around anymore. I think he moved on. For the environment, train sim would be better, wouldn't it? Yeah. What's the point? Oh, this looks so nice. We get some bridges after all. That's nice. So, if we get some bridges, we have to make the most of it. Like so. Stop building trucks, maybe. Scared Peterbilt off. I think you won. I think eventually you won that. Which shots should we be taking here? Derail Valley, anyone? Oh yeah. That VR thing. I want to try it, but I'm feeling a bit skeptical of how it feels when it's not VR. Like I have the impression that they focus mainly on VR and the non-VR thing is an afterthought, just to increase compatibility. But that's just my uninformed assumption. You'd prefer your trains not derailed. Oh. Right load order. No video specifically, but I would highly suggest you check out the pro mods post. If you go to the mods list again, or are you talking ATS? In ATS, there is a forum thread about it for the different maps. Go to the SCS forums, ATS, mods, maps, and then there is a post there guiding you on what the right load order should be. It should be stickied, so it should be at the top of the list. That gives you the right load order for the different map mods. You want to see some YouTube vids of the non-VR version of Derail Valley. Yeah, it's quite... maybe I can contact them. Maybe they can give me a copy and we can try it out together. And see if it's worth the non-VR version. There you go. Thanks a lot, Alex. Making your W900L, that back bumper is ugly. Back bumper? Which one? Oh, you can't see it from here. The chrome thing? Yeah, I think that's what I have. That's very helpful. Oh, there you go. Especially with the Mexico maps, they tend to get updated very sneakily. That big chrome back bumper on the truck. Yeah. There are two options for it. Are they both chrome? I didn't really notice that much. Maybe you can live better with the other version. Easy Build Sim is on sale. 10% off, right? You're going to have to block the lane. I like this bug shield here. Looks very classy. Like that look. You can choose between a chrome back bumper, Firefox back bumper, Internet Explorer back bumper. Oi! I missed my turn. 2051. Wow. Kind of pricey, huh? Maybe I just got used to the price of ETS too. ATS. You can hear all the nice sounds from SIP's mod. Real traffic AI sounds. Sounds pretty good. Oh, whoa. Don't miss my turn again. Thank you. Going I-10 west. Yes, that's the right one. Good. Plans for the weekend. Go to the store and get yourself a $20 card. That's a good plan. I've not cheated so far. Me. That makes two of us. That makes two of us. Don't worry, it'll happen soon. It's basically inevitable in these kinds of things. Oi, where are we going? Is this us? No, I think it is. No, just a bit of mud running there. Because it said it was like exit only. And I didn't want to exit the highway. But maybe I should have read the signs first. What did you do exactly 5 years ago in this same date? Let's make Clumsy uncomfortable now. Wait a minute, let's get back to that. But first, an anonymous gifter, I like that icon, gave Kelly a tier 1 sub. Thank you, kind soul. Thank you for the sub. And congrats, Kelly. That's amazing. Thank you. Whoever you are. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Didn't even know you could gift an anonymous sub. Just shows how clueless I am about Twitch mechanics. That's Alex. Maybe. Not me. GG. Thank you. And congrats, Kelly. Try out your GG emote. It's so cool. Thank you. Let's go back to Jay's question. Oh, come on. I'm their favorite. Fine. What did I do exactly 5 years ago on this same date? 5 years ago is 2014. 2014. What did I do? Was probably, I don't know. Do you know? I was probably in Manila already by then. For my wedding. I see what you did there. Yeah, the one which requires me to tap into my non-existent memory. Yeah, it's like locked away, compressed, zipped, 7Z'd and everything memories. That's the day he was released from jail. Oh yeah. That was hard for me. I wonder what that contained. There was a Love's trailer. Love's is a convenience store in the US, right? I see it in some of the gas stops here. From the P16 logos thing. He got married, so would you dare to finish that statement? Why is being released the hard part? There you go. Illegal tequila importation is the main cause. Are you guys lagging? Let me know if you're lagging, alright? Because I'm noticing lag on my browser, but my browser tends to do that when the GPU tends to get maxed out. My ATS is super smooth though. Like almost 60 frames smooth, but maybe that's because of the prioritization. Maybe it's putting too much into ATS. Stream is fine. Okay. It's laggy. Okay. Depends on who you ask, I guess. One doesn't get the gift badge icon for anonymous gifting subs. Ah, okay. I see. So you can be very sneaky, really. Yeah. I think we have to stick on I-10 West. Not laggy, but stutters sometimes. Yeah, that might be the GPU maxing out. Maybe I can use a GPU upgrade, huh? Okay, I'll buy an RTX 2080. I wish. I wish. Watchable. Okay, great. Thanks. Titan 2080 Ti then. Maybe I'll get two. Is that SLI compatible? One can wish. Heard that the 2080s tend to break after a short time. Ooh. I think I've seen some videos about that. I didn't watch them though. What was the reason and was it true? One can wish, yeah. The I-10 mod makes Texas more livable. Oh, does it? Add some scenery to most of western Texas. That's very good to hear. I should add that. So I'm trying to avoid Texas because it's super flat. They fixed that problem. That's good. So did they have to like recall video cards and stuff? The right side mirrors on this truck are coded to be. Yes. It's weird. I think it's a bug, blah. So when you move the... Yeah, I get your point. I just adjusted the mirrors a while ago. It only adjusts both mirrors when you change the side mirror. So when you change only the right mirror, not the side, or the small one, it doesn't work. That seemed a bit blurry, my explanation, but yeah, just something wrong with it, basically. It's not a big deal though, right? Because you can still see it. So that's good. It's not like the DAF F241. Bienvenue in Louisiana. Ah, that's why. Yeah, that's the Cajun French you guys were talking about. Hey Clark, video is black. Oh, probably can't hear me, huh? Maybe that's a buffering thing. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't change the top right. Yeah, interesting mechanic there. Let's say that's a feature, not a bug. Might not be able to finish this drop off tonight. Yes, probably not. Where are we going? I think here, but that's okay. As far as we can manage. This is nice though, the long haul feeling. This is what you can really get from ATS. Unlimited roads. Well, with coast to coast, that is. As long as you stay in the developed parts, you should be able to get some pretty nice sceneries. I like that bumpiness whenever you hit that like level change in the highway and your cabin like just bumps a little. That physical camera movement, and I think this is just the default. This is not Momo's. I'm not sure if Momo has an updated air ride physics for ATS. I think I checked last time and it was last updated, I don't know, last year or something. So I'm not sure if it works. So I did not try it at all anymore. Yeah, the sounds of the sports car is really good. That's by SIP, care of the real AI traffic sounds he has, like this guy. Yeah, it's much more audible, which is a good thing. Get a bit of space here. Let's not go too close to this guy. I think I am too close. Should be around maybe that point. Maybe I should be on the right side, huh? Well, that guy doesn't want to let me in. Fine. No, I don't, honey. I have it disabled. I'm not sure if it works with 1.33 in ATS. In ETS it does, but ATS I'm not sure. So this is just the default physical camera movement. Press F. Press F, blah. When you turn on the hazard lights, it enables. And if it doesn't work, press F2. Catherine game is on Steam now. What is that again? You'll have to remind me. Momo's trying to find someone to take over some of his mods. Ah, okay. Including the ATS Momo mods. Okay. Also, I think it's a she, right? Or did I watch that video wrong? Not something I'll play. Alright, skip that then. But glad you're happy with it. How to adjust the external volume? It's too low. External volume of the truck? I don't think you can. It's tied to the game volume, I think. That city looks so good. Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Very detailed. What is that even? Let's have a look. It is... how do you read that? Baton Rouge? Nailed that pronunciation perfectly. Really, got lucky there. Doesn't happen often. Yeah, we should celebrate that. AI sound lower. I haven't heard of it. You want the AI sound lower? I'm not sure. Does anyone have ideas? I never had the... Because for me, the AI sound is too low already. So I never had the question of lowering it even more. Gasometer. That one in the middle, I believe. Almost halfway. Yeah. The clock is right behind the steering wheel on the Kenworth logo. So you can see it, and the temperature is being covered as well. It's above the speed. Yeah, it's a bit sneaky. It's hiding in plain sight actually. The ones here on the right, air pressure, temperature. turn the game volume down and use interior sound command. That could work, yeah, that's true. So you could lower the entire volume of the game and just increase the interior volume. That's one way of going at it. Smart. Just got the old grandma scare. Thought you were gonna slam that one. Close enough, huh? Close enough. Did Grey Mother come out then? Almost. Almost. Why are these guys so slow? Maybe we have another T800 ahead of us. Squeeze in here. Oh, this is the guy. Yeah. Even when he's not loading anything, he's just cruising along. Always hitting the brake. Yeah, you're like a driving instructor. I'm not sure if it's the same, but in Manila, where I learned how to drive, the driving school, they had like special cars where the instructor on the passenger side had a secret brake pedal. Like they don't tell you that they have a brake pedal, but once you're independent enough, they can tell you about it. Unfortunately here, the brake pedal you guys have are all virtual. You can step on it all you want. Won't make me less clumsy, unfortunately. We need to re-upload. Oh, I hate when that happens. Sometimes mine doesn't finish processing, even if I leave it for a day or something. I have to re-upload it. I missed somebody. Abernstein. Welcome to the stream. We are making our way towards Texas, I think. Amarillo. What the heck? Apparently it was a detour. I think that was too late a warning. I blame these guys. I do it on MKV now. I still have that problem sometimes though. I think it's YouTube acting up. Yeah, after that incident where I lost the stream footage, I switched to MKV. And it happens once every, I don't know, I guess it happened to me like twice or thrice. So it doesn't happen very often. That went well. Just a bit of a juggle to wake everybody up. You guys okay over there? How's our dog? Still sitting fine. I think he's okay. Yeah. Jeep just got hit by a house on wheels, literally. Greetings. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Let's have our truck fixed. Give it a little bit of TLC. And let's let this guy pass because... Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe let's just take up the entire lane. Okay, crash into me. Fine. Trailer damage 4%. What the heck did I hit? The Jeep is now half the size it used to be. I think you're not too far off there. Red cars now as well as big buses. Yeah, I think I hate AI cars in general. It's a love-hate relationship. Yeah, Jeff Favignano. He was having issues with some of his videos, taking 10-15 hours to upload. Wow, it's intense. That's not even HD. So maybe that's a problem with the thing. With the upload, the YouTube servers. Wow. Okay, maybe YouTube is having a problem. Have a good one, Abernstein. Thank you for dropping by. Maybe we'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Did you install Super Brakes? I think I missed that one. Cheese brakes, more like. Maybe the video is too good, Jay. YouTube can't handle it. Look at the traffic off the highway, yeah. Thanks to that detour. It's actually very realistic, huh? Let's go. Yeah, maybe it was getting filtered. Speaking of Russia, there's a city builder I want to try. This, I think it's in early access. The workers and something, workers in industries, Soviet Republic. So it's like Transport Fever, city skylines, but with a Russian theme. With a heavy focus on industries. And it looks very good. Kiralis has been playing it for a couple of episodes. I tried getting a copy, but I think the guys are too busy at the moment. I think they're focusing on the bigger guys for now. Maybe after a while they'll trickle off to the smaller guys like me. Yes, the game Kiralis was playing, exactly. He built like an industry zone and it looks so complicated. The conveyor belts and everything. Looked very promising. That was quite the turnaround. It was. You know, you got to go to the right, not the left, right? Yeah, very good, very good. Just a bit of detour action in there. There we go. Good as new. Good as new, for now. Dang it, 6 minutes left and we still have 500 miles. Okay. 100 miles per minute? Can we do that? How fast would that need to be? Now you understand why there are very few W900Ls here in the US. Definitely. It's an eye-opener. But where would they be if not in the US? Nowhere anymore. I guess US would have the biggest roads. How much mods you load in game? Not as many as others, but not few either. I haven't really counted. Maybe 30? Somewhere between 20 to 50 mods. That would be a mere 5600 mph. So just need to be 100 times faster, huh? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. If you're in the ISS. What is ISS? Oh. Yeah, so now the steering wheel is much less fidgety. Like even if I move it a little bit like this, a truck won't like go like that on the highway because of that improved steering. Less sensitive steering on highways. Very helpful, although this truck by Dimitri is not. Stay away. Followed by another one. I should remove that. It should be easy to remove it. International Space Station. Wow, this 48-speed transmission. Oh, if only. We can always cheat. Nah. I'll finish somewhere. Let's see where we can finish. Maybe. Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's finish in Alexandra or in Chopin. No. Let's finish here. This looks pretty good. Like a full-blown rest area. Yes, let's go there. Finish the stream there. Give it a proper ending. Wonder, is there a way to remove the AI of that truck? Yes, there is. Yeah, you'd have to change some definition files, but it should be quite easy if you're familiar. Okay, what's your question, Jay? I'm getting nervous already. Especially with those number of exclamation points. No cheating this stream, not yet. But the stream's not yet done, so never too late. Like, I think right now is when we would need to cheat. Oh no, we don't. We don't need to, because I can actually still drive. Don't rock the boat. Just like nothing happened. That's my other code name. Have you been stalking me? Going through the footage and stuff. We have to look into that. Yeah, some definition files in the traffic should be pretty easy to remove. You killed our dog. No, he's fine. It's just a little bit of concussion, I think. What did you do that for? Just to wake you guys up, because we're almost done. You know, like, wake up, we're almost there. That's my wake-up call, basically. He's scared stiff. Yeah, I think he's been scared stiff from the beginning, to be honest. Just a little shaken up. Is that an Impreza? This one. Oh yeah. Super cool. No one knows who replied to it. Well, now they know. Yeah, if you go back to the streams, you will see a lot of reference to that. Couple of times where I showed like the Steam page, the directories. Lost balance after reading your question. Not quite. Maybe try to slow down your turning. That's a good guide, yes. Although to be fair, if you're in an interstate with a 75-mile speed limit, I would expect that the bends shouldn't be that abrupt. Like, it should support a 75-mile speed all throughout. That's my defense. It shouldn't like require you to brake in some parts if it cannot handle the speed. Okay, let's slow down here. And we are good to go. Almost there. Speed limits are for regular size trucks. Not applicable. Oh, you know what I found interesting? So the silent trucking episode later will be hauling a single axle trailer. You know, those cute little trailers in ATS? Those for me are the wobbliest trailers ever. And I'm not sure if that's realistic or not, but it feels so wobbly. It doesn't feel stable at all. It's like you steer a bit harder than usual, you tip over. I had to do that job a couple of times. And I was just like tipping over on the highway. Not even on the crazy bends on that route. The Pau to Andorra route. That one's a nice D800. Maybe that's from GTM team. Speed limits, what's that? What's the question, Jay? What was the question? Exactly, what's the speed limit? That's why I tip over. Okay, here we are. Not oversized truck like Clumsy truck. Yeah. Never hold one of those small trailers. Yes, it's almost like the same size of your truck, but it's super wobbly. I think there's something wrong with the physics in it. Truck stop tour, oh nice. And Purple Loves store probably. Someone asked if you like cute things. I don't know why. I don't know why. There's something that you really like about me liking GG. I don't get it. Famous purple gas station, exactly. 11 AM hype. There we go. Look at how larger we are than that day cab. Goodness, that's a good comparison. Let's align ourselves here. See how that looks. Peterbilt 389 for scale. Like where his trailer starts is still part of our cab. No wonder we're having trouble. Yeah, the day cab will fit in the sleeper, that's true. Good one. Alright, let's leave it there, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for all the subs, follows, bits, and whatnot. Thanks for the discussions and the awkward questions. Have a good day, have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys on either Wednesday or Thursday. I'll keep you posted. We made it somehow. How many % damage? Just 4. Well, maybe 12 if you count the other mishaps. Have a good one, guys. Need a coffee. I think everyone needs to go out and get themselves checked after those concussions. Thanks, good night. Have a great weekend and catch you next time. Bye-bye. And happy CNY. Chinese New Year.